I was just really fed up with how I was looking. I'd been on a bit of an up and down journey trying to do low calories, different diets, going to the gym and doing cardio, thinking that I was doing the right thing, but never really getting where I wanted to. It was just up and down, and just a bit soul destroying because you feel like you're working hard and you don't get what you want. You're not losing weight and you're not looking the way that you want to look.
Yeah. So what was happening in terms of the results? Like, obviously you were looking to shape up the body. Like, would you say like the shape wasn't changing, or what was going on?
No, so like initially start a new diet, the number would go down on the scale. I'd be feeling good, do a bit of cardio, but I still just felt like I looked the same. It was just the same body, but just slightly smaller. Not toned, nothing, just a little bit lighter on the scales, and that was it. Oh, this has been like the last 5 years. I had been up and down, and nowhere near the down part that I was ever trying to get to. But every time it went up, it was like it got higher and higher every time that I fell back off the wagon.
Yeah. Okay. So you're at a point where probably would you say you're at the kind of worst shape you had been?
100%. Yeah. Like I had been overweight as a teenager and lost lots of weight and was happy kind of 19, 20, and I had maintained that for all those years until about 5 years ago, and it just steadily got worse to the point I was heavier than I ever had been at the start of this year.
Yeah, okay. Obviously you came on with us, we encourage you to train 3 times a week, and obviously we changed some stuff about with nutrition. What kind of results have you seen? First of all, in the 6 weeks, and then we'll talk about the longer term, the seven months that you've been here.
I think initially in the kind of first 6 weeks, it was a real education for me. I don't know how many times you had to remind me it wasn't all about the numbers on the scale, and it was focusing more on like losing fat as well as gaining muscle. And I'm not going to lie, it kind of fell on deaf ears to begin with because I was so fixated on that number on the scale. I wanted it to go down and I wanted it to go quickly. But I think within the first 6 weeks, I'd went down clothes sizes and I could visibly see a difference. And I think it was around about that point that I didn't completely stop fixating on the number on the scale, but I really got what you were saying because I could see a difference in me for the first time in a long time. It wasn't just that I'd gotten smaller, like a smaller version of what I already was. I could see that I was starting to change shape as well. Yeah,
cool. And like around energy and stuff, like what happened in general, what were the other benefits of being on?
I genuinely had more energy, but I think a lot of that was you were helping me fix the nutrition part. I was exhausted all the time before because I was under eating calorie wise, but thinking that going on the treadmill and doing hours and hours of cardio was going to fix everything. I was exhausted, but the flip side of that was I still wasn't sleeping well. So what actually happened was I got to eat more, I had more energy, but I was getting more rest as well. So I felt better all round.
So on from the 6 weeks, you started to see a difference in size and shape and all that kind of stuff. Fast forward now, you've been with us 7 months. What has happened in 7 months? You mentioned about the genes that you had.
So I had jeans are like my nemesis. Like I hate buying jeans. So in my wardrobe there were 2 pairs of jeans. There were like in the sizes that I was happy with, but there were my gold jeans, and then there were my ultimate gold jeans. The gold jeans now are literally falling off me. Like they're about a size and a half, 2 sizes too big now. And the ones that I thought I would never get into again are also loose. And to me it's fascinating because actually if I was to base it just on the number on the scale, I'm probably a good 10 pounds heavier than I was than when I last fit into them. So to me it's just, I find that fascinating.
So more muscle.
So smaller but heavier, but everything fits better than it ever did even when I first got them.
Cool. So now, like, probably in the best shape of your, I don't want to say your age, but
there's a milestone age coming up, so I'm quite
best
happy.
shape you've been in a while. Just going on from there, then, like, what's the difference between what you were doing and what's worked for you? Like, why has this worked for you?
I think, again, it sounds counterintuitive. I'm happier because I'm eating better, I've got more energy, but also it's the fact actually it takes me less time, ironically, to be able to do what previously I was in there at the gym doing hours of cardio and thinking I had to sign up to like 10 classes a week to be able to actually burn all these calories that I thought I had to. Whereas now I'm doing 4 classes here and a bit of, I do 2 5Ks a week, and that is far easier for me to fit in on top of working full time, and I'm a mum, so it makes it easier and more sustainable for me.
Yeah, and what about on the actual getting results? Like, why have the results happened here that weren't happening before? Like,
you're gonna have to tell me. Like, I find that like the exercises, it feels like I work incredibly hard in the class, but I've got the energy to do it because like I'm eating properly, I'm doing what I'm told. Like I say, it was counterintuitive to me, but I trusted that process. I had to had to dig deep on that one and just do what you were telling me to do, and I did. But it didn't come easy to me, but I kind of tracked everything that I was eating. If something didn't make sense to me, I was asking the questions, and I always got an answer.
Yeah.
And you took the time as well. Like, I think there was a video that you made specifically because I kept asking the same question. But once I understood it, and once you explained it, and I followed the process, and then I saw the results, it made it a lot easier for me to want to stick to it, because it all kind of fell into place for me.
So you let go of control and follow the guidance, yeah?
I did. Didn't come easy, but I did it.
I always say to people, it's not their job to know what to do, it's their job to do it. They just need to follow it and trust the process, and that's ultimately how people get results.
Yep.
People who don't. Last thing, obviously we always get contacted by a lot of people who are looking to get in shape, who want to get toned, who have struggled and had similar experience to you before. What would you say to someone like that was kind of on the fence, didn't know what to do, or was looking for somewhere to go?
Honestly, like I have and would recommend coming and giving this a go. I think the fact that I could see a change in myself in the 6 weeks, like you said, three days a week, coming in and doing something consistently and watching what you're eating, like in accordance to what you've set out, give it a go for 6 weeks. The fact that I saw a difference so quickly and genuinely went down a dress size and saw my shape change, I don't know, it's 6 weeks out of your time.
Yeah.
It's perfectly doable. If I can do it with a child and a full-time job and fit it in, it's 100%. And the classes are so much fun as well. They're different every single time. I'm not going to lie, sometimes I groan at what's on the board if I see the word burpees. But even doing that, because you're in a room full of people that are all doing it along with you, it makes it so much easier. Just having that kind of team mentality as well.
Yeah.
It's a really good atmosphere.
Cool, so just do it.
Get on with
Yeah.
it. It works, that's the thing. Like, even if you're not 100% sure how it works, it does, it works.